Am I correct on that?
You are correct, although, I mean, we're still extremely amicable and we still hang out with family. So, I mean, we are flexible as well, but
Enjoy the video, hit the like button.
003694. And Mr. and Ms. Thompson, thank you for joining us. Because you're both representing yourselves, I'm just going to go ahead and swear you in, just so any testimony that you give will be under oath. So if you'd raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm the testimony you will give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and Ms. Thompson, I just need to make sure we got a yes from you.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. And we, I think, received the proposed agreed decree of divorce that you submitted to us for entry. And there's just a couple of things that I need to review with you while you're here in the virtual courtroom. And the first one is the issue of child support. Um, Typically, regardless of what the schedule is or isn't between the parties, um, there's almost always child support is paid one way or the other. So in order for me to consider approving a decree that does not have one parent paying child support to the other, I really need to have a better understanding of the income situation in both households. And I need to be satisfied at the end of this hearing that the child will be provided for, generally equally, regardless of which home they're in. So I guess let me just start with Drew, you're, I guess, the petitioner. So you filed the lawsuit.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
and so I guess, can you just give me a general idea of what your uh,
Why we're not doing child support, basically?
well, yeah, I need
Or
to actually have to know about what monthly take-home income each of
okay,
you have, and to be able to compare it and have some satisfaction that the child's going to be taken care of pretty equivalently in both households. So give me an idea of your monthly take-home.
okay. So let me answer that question. My monthly take home, like take home after taxes and all the deductions and all that, monthly is about 4,500 a month.
Okay.
So that's roughly in the ballpark.
Okay, great. All right. And I guess, Ms. Thompson, if I could just turn it over to you and kind of get the same general ballpark after taxes and deductions and things, what is your monthly take home?
Sure. So I believe we now make the exact same amount of money. I just got a raise and I haven't actually seen my updated paycheck yet. But it was 4,400 or so, and so now I think I should be exactly where Drew is as well.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's great.
sorry, I don't have the actual check stub just yet. I'll get it on Friday.
That's okay. That gives me a lot better information to be able to consider the a decree that has no award of child support. And then the second thing that I wanted to talk to you both about is something that I understand you reached an agreement on, you went to mediation, you worked out your schedule. Now, the schedule, as I read it, has 5 days on for mom, I think, and then 2 days on for dad. Every week, the same five, the same two. Am I correct on that?
You are correct, although, I mean, we're still extremely amicable and we still hang out with family. So, I mean, we are flexible as well, but Wednesdays and Fridays are typically Drew's day, and then I have him typically the rest of the time.
Okay. All right. And the reason I'm glad to hear that y'all are getting along and it sounds like putting your child first, which is great for me to hear. Um, it's not always the case with people who come in front of me. But so
Oh,
as a family judge, when I see a decree that gives one parent 5 days and the other two, and it doesn't change, there's not a holiday possession schedule. There's not a summer. To me, those are kind of, oh, these are red flags because someday, and maybe someday soon, we're going to be fighting about those holidays, spring breaks, and other issues. So I guess I wanted to raise that with you to make sure this this schedule is going to be something you can live with. Because, for instance, if somebody wants to take the kiddo to the Grand Canyon, I you can't do that under this particular 5-2 schedule unless y'all work it out. And if you can work it all out, that is music to my ears. But I guess we have a standard possession order that is kind of the default. Um, but anyway, so let me ask you each to just tell me what the thought process is on the Wednesday, Friday versus the remainder of the week, and how you plan on, have you worked out how you're going to handle, Thanksgiving and Christmas, let's say, of this year?
Well, we're having Thanksgiving together with my family for Thanksgiving this year. And then actually, when we had to go through the paperwork, I think it was that we would trade off on the holidays as well. So I would have him one Christmas, she would have him the next. Same for Thanksgiving. However, we would like to, make it as great as we can. So we'll definitely probably be together on a lot of the holidays. Maybe not for the entire day, but partial as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Drew, is that are you on the same page with that
Oh,
thinking?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you said, obviously I know things can and change down the road and everything, but just kind of when we were talking about the custody arrangement and all that, it's like, first we had agreed on just 50-50. That was basically our whole divorce, just 50-50 everything, because kind of follows suit with the majority of our relationship. Um, and I guess uh, Justine, as a really great and caring mother, kind of, she felt like she just wanted more time, like that 50-50 just wasn't really enough time for her. And it would have, and we had a conversation, and it just would have made her feel better if on paperwork, you know what I mean, with the court and everything, that she would just feel better and sleep easier at night if she had more time on paper for her. And correct me if I'm wrong, Justine. Um, but so that's how we came to I think 70-30 is what we ended up deciding on. But also, again, knowing that we are both remaining very flexible, and it's not like, I moved out and I only moved like 5 miles down the road. So um, just so both of us can have our time with our boy, you know.
Yes. Okay. Well, so it sounds like that the my areas of concern are based on my experience, based on what I see frequently with people coming into court who aren't able to get along and aren't able to even manage a schedule that has already been set by the court. And y'all have done the opposite, which is you put something down on paper that you think works for you and is going to work for you, but you're also going to be cooperative and work with each other on things like trips and holidays. And
Absolutely.
okay.
Yeah. And
So
yeah, I
you,
mean, especially with trips and like vacations, like I think it would be crazy for me or either of us, like, hey, I want to take him somewhere amazing. And you'd be like, no, it's my day. Like that just seems childish and stupid to me. You know what I mean? So, and it's, basically to me, it just comes down to what's best for our son, and what's going to make him the happiest. So,
and Justine, your thinking is along the same lines.
Exactly the same.
Okay, great. Well, it sounds like then my concern is based on my experience as a family judge that handles many, many cases that are different from your relationship and your family. So I'm glad to hear that. and it is your mediated settlement agreement, so I will confirm it. I want to make sure that you understand down the road, if you get crossways and the schedule isn't working, you would have to come back to court to ask for it to be modified. Now, you don't have to come back to court if you come to agreements on your own. And it sounds like that's what you plan on doing, and that's great. So I have enough information to go ahead and sign the agreed decree of divorce based with the no child support based on what you've told me. The incomes are about the same. You're both in agreement with proceeding this way on the schedule. So I will go ahead and get the decree entered um,
Great.
and get you a final order of divorce. So, any
Okay.
questions for me?
No, ma'am.
No,
Okay. All right. Well, I really do appreciate your time. I just needed to kind of get a better sense of what the situation was before I could sign off on that. So, you are free to exit the virtual courtroom, and I wish the best for you and for
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
here. Sure. Bye-bye.
Bye.